I think that it is wise to just take a moment and consider all the things you've been wrong about in your life, right? And also all the things you've been right about in your life. And I'll bet you it's like 50-50. Like, look, I'm hanging my hat on the literature that I've read, which I find to be unbelievably excellent. I hang my hat on all the, of course, experience of my predecessors and people before me who have proven time and time again that it is safe and it doesn't increase your risk of clots. And if you guys are like, what? That's crazy. Oral shutdown doesn't increase your risk of clots. It really doesn't. Seriously. I have all those studies in HRT University too to back that up. I've even written emails about it. But again, I was one of those people like early on, like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Like topical estradiol, I think is a really good idea and safer and better and whatever. And by the way, I'm not disparaging topical estradiol either here because it does work and it can be great. But actually, I think oral estradiol has a little bit of extra oomph to it, at least again, from what I can understand from the literature. But look, I'm serious and I mean this, and I'm going to have you guys hold me to it. If tomorrow there was a huge randomized control trial or a really, really huge, observational study done or something on oral estradiol, and it is in fact a lot more dangerous than we thought, or actually it just does not outperform different other methods of administration of estradiol, sign me up. Like I'm going to hop over. I mean that. I really mean that. You know why? Because I would hope that I'm the type of person and provider who could say, hey, you know what? I don't have a dog in this fight in the sense of like, I have to be right. I just want to do right by my patients, and I want to do right by you, right? Like I don't want to tell people things that just are blatantly not true, or stand firm in the ground of like, well, I'm not gonna budge on this even though it hurts my feelings or whatever. Like that's silly, guys. It's so silly. I always talk about bubbles, right? We exist in our own little bubbles, and again, we have these very inflated ideas of ourselves, and what's right and what's wrong and all these different things. And I think that I think that it is wise to just take a moment and consider all the things you've been wrong about in your life, right? And also all the things you've been right about in your life. And I'll bet you it's like 50-50. Okay. Like that's okay. That's pretty normal. So let's not let our own, again, cognitive biases or judgments or even ignorance get in the way of great patient care. Right? That is what we're here for. At the end of the day, we are here to help provide healing and wellness to our patients. We are here to also pass down really good knowledge and education to our young ones who are coming up through the ranks of the healthcare world. Like that's on us. And what I find so refreshing, really, especially in the HRT University community, is this new sense of peer-to-peer relationships, a new sense of like, let's provide people grace. You know what I mean? Like, let's provide people a little bit more grace when it comes to, learning about hormone replacement therapy for the first time. And maybe they're doing something that is just kind of wacky or whatever. And we're like, oh my gosh, that's not how you do it. But come on, we were all there before. We've all been in a place where we didn't know what we were doing and it was kind of awkward and we're trying to make it through, and everybody's like, go get more experience. And you're like, I'm trying. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to help people with hormones. And that's sometimes the only way I can get experience is just by doing. Don't fault people for that, guys. Don't do that. Okay. We're all here for a reason. And I think we're here to help each other. I really do. Every single minute of the day, I'm so thankful for all of you, amazing colleagues that I get to meet and greet and shake hands with sometimes, and have video calls with and stuff. Like it's really incredible. So again, I'm gonna end on this, but I just want you guys to consider this idea. Okay, consider that we don't own these ideas, right? We're not we don't own our thoughts, so to speak, right? This is not who you are. Okay, you are not testosterone, you are not progesterone, oral or sublingual. Like you are none of those things. You are an amazing person and an amazing provider. And the goal is always, can I provide better outcomes for my patients? And can I provide better education for those people climbing the ranks? And can I potentially even admit if I'm wrong and be okay with that, and have peace with that versus like shame or guilt. Have peace with it. Have peace, because that's what we really want at the end of the day is peace in our lives, right? That's feeling of calm and I think you're all amazing, and I think you're so incredible. And I literally pray for you guys every day. I want you to have that peace in your lives. So provide that for others. Okay. Provide them with grace, provide them with a little bit of healthy, measured responses. And if you're just having a bad day, the scene in Bambi where it's like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing at all. That's what I want us to practice. Okay. If you're having a bad day, don't take it out on certainly on social media. That's one of the worst ways to do it.